Okay, factoring cubes is interesting. Whenever you have an x cubed or an m cubed or whatever it is, you have to factor by grouping. So you group the first two terms, and then you group the second two terms. So the first, and then you just factor out whatever common factor you can. So what can we divide both of these two terms? You can divide them both by 2 and an m squared. So we can do 2m squared, and then that common factor goes in the front, and then we write the result inside. So 8 divided by 2, we're left with 4, and m to the third, take away 2 of them, you're left with 4m. Then negative 6 divided by 2, you're left with negative 3. The m's cancel each other out. So there we took the common factor out of the first group, then we take the common factor out of the second group. So what can we divide both those guys by? Is a 3. It's going to stay positive 3 there. And then 12 divided by 3, we're left with 4. Keep the m. Negative 9 divided by 3, negative 3. So notice these groups are now the same. So if these are not the same, then either it's not factorable or you did something wrong. So if these are the same, then you're almost done. And you just basically factor this out. So you write the common group, and then the other factor is the other two pieces. So that 2m squared and then the plus 3. So 2m squared plus 3. There's your two factors. Now you're done. Okay, so let's check out this next one. So I'm going to group these guys like that. Now that minus on the x, you have to keep it with the x. All right, so what can we divide out of the first group? We can get 3x squared. So whatever the greatest common factor is, you divide by that, you factor it out. So 3x squared goes in front. Divide 3 by 3, you're left with 1. X cubed divided by x squared, you're left with 1x. Then go to the next term. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and the x squares cancel each other out. So the first group is finished. Now the next group, we have that negative x, so you want to divide by a negative. The only thing we can divide by is 1, so yeah, divide by negative 1. And then put that negative 1 in front, and all that happens now is the signs change, so that negative x becomes positive x, the negative 2 becomes positive 2. And now check out our groups, they're the same. It's exactly what we wanted. And now that they're the same, we can factor it out and write the common factor, and then the 3x squared, and then the minus 1. And that's it. Okay, so all of these are the same process. If you have questions, make sure to ask. Do your homework, show your work, and turn it in on time.